Hello, everyone, and welcome to Harv's World. Man, I love that song. It might be some cheesy YouTube free music, but I like it. It gets me going. Oh, how's everybody doing tonight? I see Sharko made it in early. We've got William Bryant and Roxana. Hello, Roxana. How are you tonight? How's everybody doing? As you can see, we are starting a new map. I did take everybody's recommendations into consideration. I promise you. I loaded every map. I looked at every one of them. And I actually saved Island Life for the last one. And I'll tell you what. Honestly, and I'm not biased in any way, shape, or form, I know that you all know that I like CAS 64 maps. But this one is a barn burner, let me tell you. This is a beautiful map. He has really outdone himself. Joe, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. We are just getting started now. We're going to kind of do a bit of a tour. We're going to show everybody around, let them see the map, and then you guys are going to tell me what to do. Am I going to start from scratch? Am I going to do like survival and start with no money and equipment? Let me know what you think. But let's get started with a little bit of a tour. This place is amazing, let me tell you. I don't want to build it up too much. You're going to make up your own minds. But this is our starting farm. Yes, we'll let Courseplay do fields automatically. And hopefully something's not going to trip me up here. It looks like it might. This happens occasionally. I get hung up on the opening screen. There we go. Now we're working. Now I am starting this one in New Farmer, but I will go back out and reset everything after we're done here. Once you guys decide how you think I should start. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take a look at this map because this is cool. 5 islands, all connected by bridges. All good sized islands. But what's nice about this map, I'll tell you, when I first looked at it, first, Kaz likes things big. Well, you know what? It's not that big. There are tons of small fields. So getting started on this map, for starters, isn't bad at all. You got 7-3, like right in this area especially, there are plenty of small fields for a single player to get going on with no problem whatsoever. Also, look how much water there is. Now, this is a 16 times map, but with all of this water, this is probably closer to a 4 times map. However, you can buy all of these water plots. And what's nice about that is, if you've never done it before, say I own field 74 and I own this water plot, I can use the terrain editor to build terrain. Now it's going to be bloody expensive to do, but I could fill this in with land and make a new field here if I wanted to. That's pretty cool to start with. So that's our map. And Joe, Rabid Gamer, how you doing, man? I'm not ignoring you. I'm just filling people in. I'm sure there is an update in the works. Kaz is a vigilant map maker, so I don't doubt that there's going to be an update coming. But we have what we have for tonight. And I don't know if you've ever entered a Kaz map before, but there are always lengthy credits to all of the people who help him out. He's very good about making sure people who get credit when credit is due. Oh, that's pretty cool, Joe. Nice to know. Very nice to know. So you'll have kind of small islands out in those ocean bits, then you can expand your land from that island. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. That'll be a nice addition. Now I'm going to throw on some flight mode here and some speed multiplier just so we can get around a little bit quicker. And you can see this is your starting farm on New Farmer. And there is no shortage of equipment, let me tell you. And it's not little bitty equipment either. It's big stuff. Lots of big tractors, plenty of everything. You even start off with an AGCO harvester, the biggest harvester the game provides, well, without some pretty serious mod action. And I got to show you one of the things that I really love about this map, and it kind of turned my crank when I first saw it. See, we've got this big old silo on our starting farm. It's hooked up to a double rail line. Love that. And the trains are actually functional. They run the circuit of the map. They cross the water. And run to sale points. So it is possible on this map to utilize trains to your benefit. Something to think about. James Campbell, Hunter. Welcome, bud. Hunter has made himself the designated let people know how to behave in chat person, apparently. Although we've got a very good chat community here. Everybody who drops in is always very respectful. Well, we're just going to cruise around a little bit, take a look at Kaz's newest creation. This is fabulous. It's brilliant. The fields are not all square. They are misshapen. They do have good edges on them, so getting helpers to work on some of these isn't going to be too much of a struggle. But it's not all the same. A lot of people have said, oh, Kaz's fields are all square and blah, blah, blah. No, not on this one. You've got a nice combination of everything. Whatever type of farming you like to do, you should be able to find it on this map, let me tell you. Look at that. I mean, it's really got the island feel to it. Hunter, I've got a moderator in the channel already, so chill, buddy. Relax. We're here to have a good time. And everybody's cool. We're all cool. Yes, firefighting farmer. It cranks my it cranks my tractor. I'm a big train geek anyway. I like trains a lot. But you can see we've got, hey, DJ JD. Yes, I know you very well, bud. I have seen many of your messages today, and I've tried to get back to you as soon as I could with your questions. Feel free to join the Discord, man. There are a lot of helpful people in there who can probably get to you a little bit quicker than I can sometimes. Yeah, Roxana. Didn't Kaz just outdo himself? This is your forest area, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get into forestry, this is it. And it's not the traditional spruce trees. We've got full-blown palm trees here to chop down. How awesome is... I'm telling you, I am so impressed by this map. Kaz has outdone himself. Really. Look, round fields. You can't complain about square fields when you've got a whole row of round fields right here. That's pretty slick. It is, Kevin. It really, really is. And if Kaz should drop in the stream, he does stop by the stream every once in a while. If you see Old Timer Dave come in, let one of those two guys know how impressed you are by what Kaz has done here, because Old Timer Dave is kind of Kaz's PR guy. He gets to do all the release videos for Kaz's maps. And I saw this one. I missed part of it, so I didn't get to see all of it. And I finally loaded the map and said, whoa, that is amazing. I've got to play. So at this point, I think you all have a pretty good idea of just how impressive this map is. It really, really is. And what I want to know from you guys is, what do you want me to do? You want me to... That's true, Rusty. And my arms get very sore. Well, my right arm gets sore. Those 12-ounce tractors, they wear on you over time. Anyway, I do want to know what you guys would like to see. Oh, and here's a nifty one. This is pretty cool. This right here is a field. It's a tiny, tiny field on a tiny, tiny island. and you have to cross 2 rickety old bridges to get to it. And for some reason, there is an outhouse with security cameras on it. So if you wanted to plant a certain crop, oh, look at this. I've never seen a biogas plant like this before. They're always usually just gray and blah. I mean, it's a biogas plant. They all end up looking kind of the same, but Firefight and Farmer, as far as I know, the merch is available right now. And that I should, well, that's a good idea, Roxana. That would be my hemp planting stronghold. Oh, look at that. We've even got a plane flying. I wonder what he's hauling. Oh yeah, I might have to install that Alien Jim No Man's Land pack. He's got a nice cabin on that, doesn't he? Now, Rabid Gamer is saying he's enjoying a start from scratch on this map and kind of remember it. Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Patch, one of the cool things about this map is, as a new farmer, Kaz does start you off with a 1050. Try different colors, Firefight and Farmer. That has nothing to do with me whatsoever. That's all Teespring, and it's probably a color issue. I saw some of those too that were saying out of stock, and I switched colors, and there's some. Sawyer Wells, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Crop selection is... We'll go through that real quick because Kaz always has a lot of extras. Of course, we've got all of our traditional crops. All of our root crops are obvious. Cotton. Cotton and sugarcane. Boy, we could do some cotton and sugarcane on this. Charles stuff. Yes, 12-ounce tractors. I wish you could go to just straight time too, but unfortunately it's not an option. Now, what do we have? Well, we've actually, we can actually sell diesel. So if we were to load up a diesel trailer, we could haul it over to diesel sales and sell it there. We do start off with 9,500,000 liters of storage space with an additional 4.5 million. I'm not playing on Ravenport. I'm playing on this map here. We have got, looks like alfalfa. Mrs. Van Horn would be very nonplussed about that. We've got our carrots, our onions. Don't even talk to me about the clover. We've got lettuce. We've got red cabbage. That is probably rye if I had to hazard a guess. Poppies, hops, tobacco, hemp. And this would be like a hemp straw or a hemp bale. Sugarcane mulch. So the guys, they were helping me harvest sugarcane the other day, and they're like, well, it's too bad all that stuff that gets chopped off the sugarcane, you couldn't pick that up and do something with it. Well, this map lets you. We've got our coffee, we've got rice, we've got mustard, and we can do red and green grapes. Mrs. Van Horn would love that. We've got corn stalk bales, we've got bean straw bales, compost, which I have not yet figured out how to make the compost, and then I believe this is straw harvest, pellets, straw pellets, and hay pellets, and then we've got goat milk from our animals. But yeah, this is a beautiful map. Lovely river running through here. I love the train bridges too. I love these multi-span train bridges. Those are fantastic. I told you I'm a train geek. Alright guys, What do you think? Did we just play New Farmer and get on with it? And let's look and see what our lands start with, just to be sure. So we've got field 7. We're 72,008. And it looks like we've got a plot with our house on it. So we're just starting with some relatively small stuff here. 17 acres, 7 acres. Start from scratch on the tiny island. I've got several start from scratches, and I've got a survival. Survival means you're going to get stuck watching me do an awful lot of contracts, I have to tell you. Although Rabid Gamer came up with a decent idea and said fields 1 to 21 only for contracts. That could put a wrench in the works because we don't have many contracts to start with, although we just fast forward time by about a day. There is an awful lot. You do start with an awful lot on New Farmer. You really do. But there's the Fent 1050, man. The Fent 1050. With the duals and everything. Look at that. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. So it's either going to be start from scratch or survival. I don't use the more contracts mod, but I do use multiple contracts. So I can take more than one contract at a time. Well, DJJD, if there's something I'm doing that you don't quite understand, just speak out in chat. A, these guys are great and they're willing to help you out. B, I will go through it and I will walk you through it also. Well, Mouse 2222, see if you can guess what map this is. Do you have an idea yet? I know you know the map. Shirley. And no, I won't stop calling you Shirley. Shirley. Well, I don't know why Toolbox isn't showing up when you search for it, but there are multiple Toolbox type mods. So, here, I'll give you a hint, Mouse. I mean, it's not the only Toolbox mod out there. Leave that up. Well, it looks like at the bare minimum I'm starting from scratch. Well, what I'm going to end up doing, Kevin, is restarting the game. In order to start from scratch, I'll keep all the mods I have installed. Yep, that's right, Mouse. Island Life, we're going for it. I was so impressed when I logged in for the first time. I just couldn't not play it. And as Firefighting Farmer pointed out, there is Harv's World merch available now on my YouTube page. It's right next to the donate button. There's a merch button that will take you to Teespring, and you can see what I've got listed there. Yeah, I think we're just gonna get out of here and do a start from scratch start. No nothing, 500K, and see what we can do. And we'll see what kind of loan there is already placed on us. A lot of times there's a big loan. We'll see what happens. Pay no attention to my messy desktop. Oh, nice, mouse. Hey, thanks, Sharko. Very much appreciating. Joe? Rabid Gamer? Funny you should mention that, because I was telling the guys today, I said, I've got some merch. I said, but I really need to make one that says outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Oh, where am I put? Oh, I need to delete this now. I didn't want it to save, but it did. Yeah, I will run to them just for you, bud. New subscriber, folks, DJJD. Welcome him to Harv's World. And so he's looking for the toolbox mod, and this is what I've... There it is. I typed in toolbox, man, and it popped right up. So I'm not entirely sure what the issue is. I'll go back and do it again because it was pretty quick. It's all one word, so if you're putting a space in, maybe that's the problem. Yeah, if you put a space in, it doesn't come up. Even if I just type in the word tool, which is the better choice, the toolbox mod. I like this tool trolley also. Like the tool trolley option also, but just type in toolbox, bud, and you're set. Yeah, sorry, dude. I don't know what's going on with that. I do say that an awful lot too, don't I, Rusty? It is what it is. Oh, yes. Harvest cliche sometimes. What can I say? I'm old. Give me a break. Okay, we are starting from scratch. Thanks, Brandon. Hey, man, it's no aggravation. I'll tell you, Roxana, you can't go wrong with the CAS 64 map. I'm telling you, the guy is amazing. Rusty. Well, to be fair, mine too. I just don't record them. I stop the recording, bang my head on the wall, say a few choice four-letter words, have a big coffee, and then go back. Oh, man. You guys are awesome. You know, I was actually feeling pretty tired when I first sat down to set up this stream tonight. And now I'm feeling a lot better. You guys pick me up. You guys are great. Yes, Kim, I'm aware of the road rage Mustang. Okay, here we go. Start from scratch. And we start in the same spot. Of course we do. That's okay, Brandon. That's okay. Totally cool, man. Let's see what we got. We need to set up our settings. So helper crap off. Plant growth is slow. Since we're starting from scratch, I'm going to put that to normal. Withering off. Crop destruction off. Plowing on. Lime on. Weeds on. Do I do weeds or not? Hey DJ, all these maps are free, bud. Now, not all of them for PC, not all of them pop up on Mod Hub. A lot of these great mod makers release their mods privately, but they're always free. You just have to find the websites where you can find them. Kaz's maps are on Papa Smurf Modding, and you can also get them from his Facebook page, Tailor Made Maps. So there's a few places, and there are a lot of mod sites out there. Some of them are a bit more reputable than others. Frankly, I like Mod Network a lot. They usually have some pretty solid maps, or pretty solid stuff. And we've got American dollars and stuff set up. Oh, look who made an appearance. Thomas Jefferson is in the house. We haven't seen you in quite some time, bud. Good to see you back, man. Really good to see you back. It's been a while. Oh, we wanted to look at our finances. We do not have a loan. And I want to see that Monticello map sometime, man. Okay, we're starting from scratch. We got nothing. Make sure there's no equipment in our garage. Nope, we own nothing. We have no fields. I do not currently have a loan. Loans are not off the table if I feel the need to take one, but I'm not a loan taker, generally speaking. So, I knew it. That was either going to be potatoes or sugar beets. Not happening, Lyle. You want those beets out of the ground? Do it yourself. That's a nice, cool 31,000 right there, though. Alright, we're going to get started with a quick harvesting contract just to boost the cash a little bit. And, oh, we have tab to trains here. And there are 2 trains. I should probably turn that off at some point. And I will, but not right now. I knew I forgot to turn stop and go braking on. Does this header even... Yeah, there it goes. Man, who in their right mind would not just get a header with a trailer already built into it instead of this fugly thing? I actually don't think there's that much grass on here. It doesn't seem to be, at least not from the start. That header's fallen off that stupid trailer already. Hey, at least this contract gives me a Fendt to drive around. Now my life is better. Yes, Hunter. Are you going to tell me to follow the rules? I can't spam in the chat and all that stuff? We're just going to crack these trailers open right now. I'm sure this header won't make it, but... Alright, where are we going again? We are going to field 33. Where is... Oh, right down the street. I need to head due east. Why doesn't the gate open? Oh, that's a good thing it didn't, because that stupid header is off the trailer already. Oh my god, I hate header trailers. I hate them with a passion. We're not off to a good start yet, here, ladies and gentlemen. Not off to a good start at all. That's right, Kevin. Life is always better with a Fendt. Oh, heck, we needed to go this way anyway. If I thought I could get this header over to that field without wrecking it, I would just do it. But I know it's not going to do it. It's not going to work that way. Oh, that's another thing about Kaz's maps too. The shops do close at night. Alright, let's hope it's on there this time. This is the thing about these header trailers, is you can never tell if the bloody header is attached or not. About right now is when I could start throwing out those four-letter words, Rusty. Holy crap, Mouse. Are you looking at Oak Hill? Alright, field 33. Oh my god, I lost the header again already. Yep, Brandon, you got stuck in a tree, bud. So, Caveman was, or somebody was talking about this earlier today during the farming face-off, about the need to ha! I got it out. Are these roads wide enough? Oh, I think they are. Better still, I'll just sneak up into this field. Now I'm going to grab this tractor, get the header trailer out of the road so this car can go on its way. Yeah, Rusty, it's really, really annoying. If they're going to do these header trailers, then they should make them bloody work, but then that's farm sim physics for you, isn't it? We may not even get through the stream and get anything done because I can't get this bloody header down to my down to my field. Nope, no penalty whatsoever, except you have to deal with annoying traffic honking at you. Because somehow they think that's going to solve the problem. And yes, I'm going to cut through fields. There's no rule that says I can't cut through fields. Oh, but I'm going to... Uh-oh. We got a train coming, it looks like. Oh, it stopped down there. Good. You just stay right there, Mr. Train. Come on. We can get across these tracks. Got it. Okay, so we're definitely starting from scratch. We got that down pat. I might actually make it to my first contract. What are my goals, ladies and gentlemen? What do I need to accomplish to say I've beaten this map? And don't tell me I have to buy every field. That's ridiculous. Have you seen the size of this map? Yeah, that makes sense, Mr. Patch. It really does. So I should just play the map until I get bored, Sharko. Is that what you're saying? That could take a while. Hey, too cool. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you stopping in. That's twice today. And DJ, too cool, is another one of my guys who were still pretty new to the game and is getting a start with my Ravenport series, just like you. So. Wait. Oh, no, I can place my own silos. What's your idea of a full silo? Because silos on this map are going to be pretty massive. And there are a lot of different crops. So I don't even know if that's possible. No, it'd be possible. It would be possible. Ye Gamer 101, welcome to Harv's World. Well, I'll tell you what, DJ JD. The reason I made that Ravenport series is because I didn't have a Ravenport series to watch. I had to learn everything from scratch. With the what you could loosely call tutorials in the game. I mean, I spent weeks playing on Ravenport, and when I quit playing Ravenport, I didn't even know what the biogas plant was for. They never tell you. Unless you watch a streamer or a YouTuber, you don't learn anything. I can make that a goal. Plant every crop at least once. That doesn't seem like a unreasonable goal. Outstanding, too cool. Thank you. Very appreciate that. Alright, so one of my goals is to plant every single available crop at least once. And I have to make sure I leave at least a little bit in the silo so that I know that I have once I get a silo. I don't know, Brandon. I can't see outside right now. I'm a little bit busy harvesting wheat, and this is a a large freaking wheat field. It's a large freaking wheat field. What happened right there? All of a sudden we stopped harvesting. Well, it must just be a weird patch in the ground. Okay. Wow, DJ, you are on top of it, man. You are on it like a carb on it. See what I did there, Mouse? You taught me that phrase, and I can't stop saying it now. Oh, don't even, Mr. Patch. Why did you have to open that door? Really? Really? Somebody had to open the John Deere door? I'll tell you what. I will have at least one John Deere piece of equipment. I'm not going to say it'll be a tractor, but I'll have at least one John Deere piece of equipment. Plant every crop at least once on a farm you have created out of the ocean yourself while having no debt. Wow. It is an addictive game. It really, really is. And look at that. We are up to 23 concurrent viewers at the time. And guys, I hate to be a cliche, but if you're enjoying the stream so far, don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help a lot. It's a little thing you can do to help out Harvest World and garner my everlasting appreciation. DJ, that's funny. Have a John Deere piece of equipment. Never wash or repair it for the entire series. So it's just a piece of equipment that I park in the garage because not repairing it, it would be pretty worthless. It would have no value or use whatsoever. Right, Rabid Gamer? 5 fields on each island. That's an interesting challenge, actually. I think 5 might be a bit much. Let's call it 3 fields on each island. Outstanding. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for clicking that like button. Really appreciate it. I mean, you know, if you're not enjoying the stream, I understand. I'm sure we'll pick up here. And if you're just joining up, we are very much just getting started on Island Life by Kaz64. Start from scratch, $500,000, no equipment. No property. And I am just doing a big fat wheat harvesting contract here to get started and add up a little bit of extra money before I start throwing it away trying to put together a farm of my own. Nice, Mouse. This seems to me like it's a bit of a lumpy field. And yes, Matt, I am intentionally ignoring you. Just FYI. Have you ever noticed in the world that there are people who are funny and then there are those people who think they're funny? Just curious. And before you'd say Harv, no, I really don't think I'm very funny at all. I just like to have a good time. Actually, Matt, you were very wrong about that. Sorry to say. It's not a big equipment map. There's plenty to do for a small farmer on this map, and that's why I picked it. There are tons of small fields and tons of small enough fields for smaller equipment. So I don't know what you looked at, but we saw two completely different things, bud. Yeah, I've been hearing about Yukon River Valley quite a bit lately. There's at least one other person that I've seen doing some videos on that. Might have been AJ Sims. That sounds about right. A wife and 5 kids? You know, um, there are ways to stop that from happening, Rusty. Just saying. And no, I'm not going to come back and pick up the straw, even though I think I have Collect Straw Missions mod installed. I'd be here all day collecting straw and doing nothing else. Gage Smith, welcome to the stream. No, bud, this is PC only, man. I've been a PC player since, gosh, 1982. That is awesome, Charles. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, I guess I probably should tell my harvester to stop producing the straw. Let's see if that took care of it. Probably not. There, that did. Helps when you hit the right buttons. What about the time, ladies and gentlemen? Do I have to keep it at 5 times at all times, or can I slow it down? I think I need to be permitted to adjust time just for the sake of the stream, because you guys can't see anything when I'm working at night. We've tried this before and it does not work for streams. All right, Brandon, we'll see you in about 20 minutes, bud. So I can't. Sharko's saying I can't go any lower than 5 times speed. Mr. Patch says slow it down when I need to. I mean, I don't mind sticking at 5 times speed. I just need to be able to advance time back into the next day. And Kevin says go ahead and slow it down when I need to, so we'll play it by ear. That's a good question. I can't remember. Did I turn weeds on or off? Weeds are currently on. That's a bit questionable too. I'm not a big fan of playing with weeds generally. It just adds another somewhat tedious step, but at the same time it does throw in a little bit of complexity. So let's see, what are my rules right now? I have to plant at least, or I have to plant every crop at least one time. And I need to own 3 fields on each island. Those are my 2 big goals, and I have to be debt free. Ye Gamer, I actually believe there will be another farm sim. I don't know that it's going to be 21. In fact, well, it doesn't look. It's definitely not going to be Farm Sim 21. That's just that's a given at this point. It's pretty much been said by Giants. We will see another Farm Sim because, frankly, they need to rebuild their game engine. Yeah, I agree with you there, Rabid Gamer. Well, I might be buffering for you, Matt, but I don't appear to be buffering on my end. And I don't have to worry about crop destruction on somebody else's field, so... Well, I don't turn crop destruction on anyway. Okay, so 3 fields on each island. I should have to build my own island at some point. I think owning 15 different fields is going to be plenty difficult enough, JD. Yeah, I'm not seeing any buffering on this end, Matt. None whatsoever. In fact, Stream Health says I have an excellent connection. Yeah, I think you're right, Kevin. I think that's plenty. I agree with you there, Mouse. Dynamic soil. I honestly think Giants just needs to incorporate seasons into the base game at this point. But really, my biggest complaint with FS is that their physics engine is crap and they need to do something about physics. They really need to rework their physics engine, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, if I pick up a box of eggs and I turn, why does that box of eggs go flying across the across the parking lot, you know? It's just a nuisance that shouldn't be. That is good to hear, Mouse. That's very good to hear. I don't play much with seasons, mostly because, frankly, I find it very difficult to do series in seasons. I know other people find a lot of success with that, but me personally, not so much. My offset is just a little much here. Let's try a 10. Oh, because this header's not as big as it should be. That's why. And he's running just a little bit too far ahead. And now I've got him all jacked up, and I'm just going to have to go get him set up again. Oh, can he make it? Nope. Real mud is a lot of fun, and I need to start adding it to more maps. I used it quite a bit on Off the Grid, but haven't quite as much since. DJ, frankly, I find the Alpine DLC a little underwhelming, and I most likely will not be doing a series on Alpine. There's no plans for it, at least. Oh, yeah, yeah. Helpers do that from time to time, don't they? Okay, 20 is too much. 15's not enough. Where are you going, fool? Alright, this helper's now being stupid. Yeah, I don't think Alpine is bad per se. I just think it's kind of meh. And if I'm honest, the minute it came out, all of the YouTubers jumped on it. See if anybody's still playing it, because I seriously doubt there are any series left running now on on Alpine. Oh, that's good to hear, Mouse. On two counts: one, that they're opening an office in the States, and two, that they're looking for better programmers. That should make a big, big difference. Not the States necessarily, but taking on a higher grade. You know, I guess you can think about it a couple ways. I mean, Giants has really worked hard to cater to the brand names that are paying them to run their equipment. I agree, Mouse. Yeah, if you're gonna buy DLCs, Anderson and the Borgo DLCs are definitely the ones to pick up. There's nothing horrible about the others either. In fact, I own them all just because I do. But Anderson and Borgo are definitely the two big ones, the two really good ones. And I think just about everybody that's in chat right now was watching. Not everybody, but a good portion of you were watching the farming face-off today. You guys, we are still looking for more competitors for the farming face-off. So if you're over 18, own a PC, and have a microphone, jump into Discord, send Sharko a direct message, and sign up to be a competitor. And I don't know if you guys saw or not, but last Saturday's stream was the push to 900. Did you notice where we are going into the stream tonight? I was at about 889 starting the stream last Saturday, and it was the push to 900. Totally understand, Rabid Gamer. That's, we were actually going to do it on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. We did that for the first two, and I decided, well, we needed to shift the time just to make it more accessible to more people. So we're doing Saturdays at 2 p.m. now. And hopefully that will increase our prospects a little bit. It's going to take some time to build up. Welcome back, Tristan. And yes, I realize my tractors are full and I need to go deliver this wheat, but I'm just going to wait till my harvester is full again. Yeah, especially after today, Joe. I think we made the right call there. In fact, I don't know. This stream is going pretty well, and I've had a lot of success on the Saturday nights at 7:30 Eastern Time stream. I was going to shift this casual stream over to the weeknights. But I'm not so sure now. It is going to be a lot for one day. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel at the end of tonight. And I'll have a better idea of what I want to do with the casual stream. But Saturdays have been very, very good to me, and I'm kind of afraid to change it up. Actually, I just made a bit of a boo-boo, but that's okay. I'll correct it next time. Turtle Mill. Where is Turtle Mill? Oh, that's right there. Right there. So it's not even too far away. That's good. Yeah, DJ. Farm Sim has come a long way since it first broke out, and people have expanded it to use all sorts of big equipment, including mining equipment. And you can find road graders and, and all kinds of stuff. Hey, take care, Rusty. I appreciate all the time you gave me today. It's been good talking to you, man. It really has. All right, let's deliver some wheat. Well, that's another thing, DJ, and you're going to see this a little bit in my Pineapple Bay series that you just started watching. But there are mods out there that allow you to place factories where you can create goods of your own, which is kind of the point of Pineapple Bay if you haven't noticed already. Oh, this should be a nice, quick, easy in and out. Well, if you're anything like the rest of us, DJ, you're going to end up with a folder that has about, oh, I don't know, 8, 900, 1,000, 1,200. I bet Mouse has probably 2,500 different mods. Tell me I'm wrong, Mouse. Tell me I'm wrong. Hey, Joe Mack, appreciate you dropping in, man. Very much appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, there are a few semi trailers that have. I've never heard them called walking floors necessarily. A lot of them are pushers. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Mouse. I know you've got over 2,000 mods. You have to. Yeah, and I'll tell you, DJ, and this is the absolute truth of the matter. I included mods in the first episode because they are such a vital part of Farm Sim. They really, really are. I was telling the guys in Discord just the other day, we were having a discussion, and I said, don't get me wrong. I love Farm Sim to pieces, but the base game would have died in the first 12 months. It's the modders who have kept this game alive and active, new, fun, and entertaining for so long. I am on the brand new map by Kaz64 called Island Life, Joe. I wasn't sure what map I was going to do. I looked at everybody's suggestions from last week, and the minute I jumped on this map, I said, oh, I got to play. It is a beautiful, beautiful map. I'm doing a start from scratch. No equipment, no fields, only $500,000. I jumped on a contract first thing to add up a little bit more money. But the audience here has set goals for me of I have to own, now there's 5 islands on Island Life. I have to own 3 fields on each island. I have to plant at least one of every crop, or plant every crop at least once. And did we decide whether I had to have at least one water space where I created my own island? If we did, I'm okay with that. Oh, and be out of debt. No debt. So I'm not going into debt. I don't generally do loans. And yeah, I realize I'm kind of all over the place right now, and I apologize for that, but the point is, yes, Farm Sim at its base level is a very good game, but it's the modders who keep the game fresh, fun, and interesting. Yep, Joe, you're absolutely right, and that's I'm gonna add the build your own island. So that's gonna give me basically 16 fields. Building my island is gonna be expensive. Once we get into another long stretch here, I will show them what I'm talking about. And if I can start the map, or if I can update the map without creating a new save, then I will. Otherwise, I will just keep with this version of the map. Exactly, Mouse. Yeah, I was actually giving it a little more credit than maybe it it deserved, but yeah, base game 6 months, 12 months if you're diehard. But without guys like Kaz, Oxygen David, Lancy Boy, Alien Jim, Missy B, and all of the other great modders out there, and I don't know all of their names. Expendables modding, Connect modding. I mean, there's too many to list them all. But the point is, those guys put so much time and effort into it, and frankly have made it a better game. And if I'm completely honest about it, Giants has depended on those modders to come up with solutions for the flaws in their game. Could you genuinely imagine doing logging, any kind of logging, with Giants base game stuff only? Not me, mister. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt and the broken fingers to prove it. That seems reasonable, Mr. Patch. And you know, DJ, to be fair, you might have a little bit better perspective on that because a lot of us has been doing this so often and for I mean, if I'm honest, I've not. I've been playing less than a year. Um, and you're right. There's some replayability there, but if you do cows once and you get cows down pat, you do horses once, you get them down pat. You chickens once, sheep once. Um, but you know, it's the same animal pens. Um, well, thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you saying so. And, you know, the thing about this game is, and I always say this, and I've said this in so many of my videos, it's your game, play it your way, but, you know, it is what you want it to be. You know, I'm asking for goals tonight. I could set goals for myself. And, you know, that's the thing about Farm Sim, I think, that truly makes it great, is it is full-blown 100% open world concept. They don't tell you how to have fun. They say, here's a sandbox, go play and decide what's fun for you. You want a cattle ranch? Is that going to be fun for you? Go have a cattle ranch. You like arable farming? Great. Here's your sandbox. Go play arable farming. You want to build a town? Great. Here's your sandbox. Go build a town. Believe it or not, I actually struggled with that concept at first. When I first started playing Farm Sim, I was like, yeah, this is kind of meh. There's kind of no purpose to it. But I kept going. And one day I said, oh, that's the point. Oh, you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught in the loop, DJ. You're gonna be like, "Oh man, just one last thing to do. I should quit, but that field needs fertilizer, and I could get that done before I save." That's very true, Joe. Oh, Mr. Patch, I love the concept of no man's land. Frankly, you know, Alien Jim is one of my favorite map makers. Before I ever started recording, I did two full playthroughs, one on Mercury Farms and one on Washoe, Nevada. And he makes great maps, fantastic maps. He gives you a lot of options on his maps. Um, so, yeah, No Man's Land is great. And I love, love, love the fact that he just released the Placeables pack from that. Would I ever do a series on No Man's Land before you ask? No, I don't think I will. I've got my Off the Grid series on Wilhelmina Forest. At least for now. That's going to be my world building. You want to know a fun fact about Wilhelmina Forest and No Man's Land, or Wilhelmina Forest and Off the Grid, which is my most popular series. It's the one that people watch the most. I have directly logged with a tree harvester, chainsaw, something or another, over 3,000 trees. And I barely touched the surface. Hey, Steve Cordova, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Right now, it is 10 minutes to 9. What time is it for you, William? Harvettes. After tomorrow, I might start calling you all Harv's Helping Hands. But you'll have to watch the new episode of Chellington Valley tomorrow to know why. Yeah, Caveman that's another reason I won't do a No Man's Land series. Caveman, he and Charco are the two guys that I depend on most, rely on most. They have done so much to help out Harv's World, and I won't compete with Caveman. Almost 10:30 p.m. What part of the world are you in, DJ? You turn, Mr. Tractor Driver. You know, that's one of the things that's been really cool too. I mean, guys like Mouse and others have come in, but I have learned so much about different parts of the world. And especially the UK. From Rusty, Mouse, so many people. Oh, Newfoundland. Very cool. Sharko, have we ever had somebody from Newfoundland before? I don't think we have. That's a new one for Harv's World. Very cool. And we are full again. Well, we've gone through a good portion of the day. While I'm dumping this wheat, I'm going to check contracts and see if there's anything else out there that I could pick up. Maybe just to get a helper to do. I think the question of the day has to be when was Newfoundland actually newly found? Can you tell I've been playing on Chellington Valley? I keep wanting to drive on the left. That's right. I can't keep my sides of the road straight. I've been playing too much British farming lately. And no, I am not doing a baling contract. Canola in field 68. Corn in field 39. That wouldn't require that header trailer. Yeah, we'll see. I'm a little surprised to see that we haven't had Old Timer Dave drop in tonight. Probably because I didn't put the map name in the name of the stream. Yeah, he's done a really good job, Kevin. Just what we would expect. Yeah, I know what it is, Matt. I was just saying I'd never heard anybody call it a walking floor before, but it made complete sense. We can get some fried chicken if we want, although frankly I don't care much for KFC. Yeah, Mr. Patch, and I've heard, well, Rusty was saying earlier that he kept having to swap out, or his son was playing Oak Hill and keeps having to swap out equipment because the hills are so steep that the hills are so steep that he needed to keep upping his horsepower. Okay, well, I've got $500,000. Let's see what a good place to start's going to be while I've got a helper working this field for the moment. Now, these fields right in here are obviously going to be my best options. Field 1's not bad. 18.5 acres for 188,000. I could go smaller though. 16 acres. That seems like a lot of field to get started with, doesn't it? Now 10 might be good. If I did 10 and 11, I could work my way up to 12 and 13 and have a pretty good chunk of land to work with. I wonder what's on those fields right now. Looks like 10. No, 10 looks like it's probably soybeans. Nope, not soybeans. Not mustard. Is it rye? Yes, I think it's rye. So 10 has rye, 11 has poppies. Ten is 89 and 11 is 105, so that would leave me 300,000 to work with. All right, I'm definitely going to buy field 10. And I'm going to start paying attention to what I'm doing, apparently. You can stop now. That's your tractor driver. I'm not going to pay too much attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, you know, I was thinking Oak Hill when I was doing that map tour. I thought, man, this is going to take some pretty hefty equipment, even on the smaller fields, just because of the terrain. But I really, really like the terrain. I think it's brilliantly done. And it has a nice natural feel to it. Field 17 is adorable. And you know, it's not on any of the islands, so technically I suppose we could say I have to own Field 17 and 3 on each island. All right, Charles, I appreciate you stopping in, man. Very much appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Take care, buddy. Now, just so you guys know, to be fair, I'll probably have to play this just a little bit between streams. Because you really don't want to sit through another stream of me harvesting the rest of this bloody wheat, right? It'll be a bit of an honor system. But I am an honorable sort of fellow. There are 2 maps that have a bit of a setup like that, Kevin. One of them I looked at for this. It was called Farmersburg, Iowa. I'm pretty sure that one's by MRG Mapping. I think that was by MRG. And I've heard that there's a map called, I know there's a map called West Texas, but I've been told that that one has some ranches set up on it also. And you know what I like about a map like this, Island Life? I like this because it's outside of everybody's expectations. Like, there's so many people who want American maps. There's so many people who want UK maps. And I've always said, I think a map maker would do exceptionally well if they'd stop worrying about European maps and they'd stop worrying about American maps and start doing maps in other parts of the country. Now, we have a few of those, or in other parts of the world, I mean. We got a few of those, but not very many. I mean, we've got Pineapple Bay, we've got La Coronella, we've got Estancia La Pancho, or whatever, Estancia La Pacha. But there's a couple of Australian maps too. But I mean, where's the Japanese agriculture? We've got a few Russian maps now. We have an awful lot of Polish maps. But there's a lot of agriculture in the world, and a lot of it's not being utilized. Oh, very cool, Steve. Very cool. I enjoyed doing Ischia Farm. It was a fun but a short-lived one. Oh, South African maps. That could be interesting. I had not even heard of those before, so good information there. Farmer Bob. I might have to look those up. That could be very, very cool. So I've been rattling on enough. What are you guys doing this weekend? Are you all geared up for Singles Awareness Day tomorrow? Also known as SAD. I guess most of you call it Valentine's Day. Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah, I might have to check those out. If I remember, I'll try to remember. Oh, outstanding. Perfect. Thanks, man. Hunter, you're being forced to move snow tomorrow. Oh, fair enough, Sharko. Sorry you have to wait. And I am kind of curious now. This is the second time Matt has made that comment, so I'm curious as to whether his wife feels the same way. Well, you're in an age, Hunter, where doing manual labor like moving snow is good for you. It builds character. Alright, as soon as I empty this trailer again, I am going to hop over and take a look at my new field right by the shop. See what I'm up against over there. I'm beginning to feel like I should have set this up on course play, though. Nah, I know I should have set it up on course play. Kevin is going to be home alone. I hear Joe Pesci has been haunting your neck of the woods there, Kevin, so you might get your BB gun out. Put some tar on the stairs. Hey, that's a good idea, Ye Gamer. Kevin needs to make a movie about being home alone on Valentine's Day. But what would he call it? What would be a good title for that movie? Oh, you make a good point there, Joe. Especially Easter. I can only ever get my favorite candy of all time at Easter. And no, it's not Peeps. Peeps are nasty. Man, I bit off more than I could chew on this contract, let me tell you. Well, fingers crossed it'll bring in some good money. What are our prices on wheat right now anyway? KFC is buying wheat for $7.47. That's a pretty good price for wheat if it holds. My favorite candy are the robin eggs, the ones that are malted milk balls with the hard candy coating on them. God, I love those things. I could eat them by the bag full. I have to not buy them because I will eat the whole bag because I love them so much. Oh no, cream eggs are way too sweet. Ugh. Cadbury can keep their cream eggs. Robin eggs, malted milk. Absolutely the freaking best. Hey everyone, welcome to Island Life, where we see a wheat field. And more of a wheat field, and still more of a wheat field. Yeah, exactly, Joe. That's what I'm feeling right about now. I was like, oh yeah, that's not a bad contract. Here I am, still trying to get it done. Alright. Got this guy. No, Harv, you are not in Chellington Valley. Oh God, Joe. Not a sugar beet contract. That's true, Matt. I do enjoy Whoppers, but they don't have the hard candy coating on the outside. For some reason, that makes the robin egg special. Oh, Joe. I'll tell you, my very first series, Pacific Northwest, I took on a potato contract in the lower valley. If you know anything about the Pacific Northwest map, the fields in the valley are much, much larger than the fields up on the plateau. And I regretted it, and I have not done much with any kind of root crop since. I mean, literally 5 hours. 5 hours of gameplay just to harvest those stupid potatoes. I was so sick of potatoes by the time I was done. Oh, absolutely, Joe. And the amount of time you spend harvesting sugar beets, you could have done 2 or 3 other contracts, made the same amount of money, and maybe even a little more because the price on the crop was better. Potatoes are the same way. Might not be that way on Kaz's maps, but they sure are on others. Alright, my field should be down this way. And I don't think I'll be bringing the Peterbilt back, so I'm going to have to find a new truck. But I do have Beck's tippers installed, and I reserve the right to use them because they have the Harv's World logo on them, so... This is my field. It is rye, and it is ready to harvest. Potential harvest 30,000 liters. Oh, I thought it was wheat, but it's rye. So what's our rye price right now? I think this is the rye. 767 on rye also at Turtle Mills, so that's not bad. 760 at the island port. Yeah, we'll be all right. 30,000 liters. If that's what I get off of it. Make about 20,000 or so, just over 20,000 maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I've tried Beck's Anteater Kenworth. It has the same problem that the Peterbilt has. It's got a Jake brake that you can't turn off, and it drives me a little bit crazy, I'll be honest. That's nothing against Beck's. I mean, it's a bloody nice truck, and the Peterbilt is a great looking truck. Both of them are. Just, you don't run with a Jake brake all the time. They are loud and they are obnoxious, and that's why there are signs around every town in the United States that say no Jake brakes. Oh, the cab over Kenworth. You know what I haven't tried, and everybody keeps telling me also. Maybe I should install this one. Is the TLX 9000 cab over. That might be an idea. I haven't tried their cab over yet. Oh, that's nice, Joe. That's really nice. Does it actually enhance braking, or is it just sound effects? And one thing that a lot of people don't know about Jake brakes is you don't use them when it's raining. In fact, you don't use them in slick conditions at all because they are powerful enough to put you into a slide, especially if you're bobtailing. Yeah, that's what Rusty was saying, Mr. Patch, earlier. Have you found any of the hidden speed cameras yet? I got lucky enough to trip over one on my map tour. Fair enough. Yeah, he didn't say what the speed limit. Well, I don't know what the speed they catch you at is, but I have not tried the realistic weight mod for trailers, Matt. To be fair, I haven't even looked at it. What does it do for you exactly? Because I'm not sure that realistic weight in trailers is necessarily a good thing. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Bex intentionally set her tipper so that the stuff that goes in it has no weight. So I'm sure it's adding. I'm sure it's if it's adding all that weight back in, yeah, I'm sure Beck's tippers would become about useless. I'm not sure that the trains could pull 7.5 million liters of wheat or anything else for that matter. And yes, Hunter, I've been on this earth for a long time. It would be very surprising if I hadn't tried Subway at some point. There you go. That sounds right up Sharko's alley. Yeah, maybe for next time I will install real mud for this map also, just in case it rains. I should just start adding it to all my playthroughs. And I think we are going to go right up to the 10 o'clock hour and be done. Sometimes I run to 10:30, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that tonight. And since I've got all the diehards in here right now, if I were to move the casual stream, this stream right here, to say Wednesday night instead of Saturday night, what would you guys think about that? Or do you prefer it on Saturday nights? The only issue I have with that, Matt, is simply the fact that does a base game tractor with, say, 500 horsepower actually act like a tractor with 500 horsepower? Or a truck for that matter? I mean, if the horsepower and torque are genuinely doing what they're supposed to do in a real world setting, then having real world weights on your trailers makes some sense. But if they're setting the weights on the trailers to compensate for the fact that torque and horsepower aren't quite what they should be, then you're really kind of throwing a wrench in the works. I don't know. That would be my take on it. Yeah, I kind of feel like Saturday nights have kind of become my thing, and the Saturday night streams usually do pretty well, so I'm a little bit hesitant to stop doing them, even though we will be doing Farming Face-Off on Saturday afternoons. Hey, welcome back, Brandon. Nope, never got into FS17, or, yeah, FS19 is my first experience. Well, we'll see how it goes. I won't make a decision today. We'll plan on next Saturday evening again, and then if I start feeling like it's just too much, then maybe I'll have to change it up. Who knows, maybe I'll just add an additional stream through the week. I probably should anyway. Hey Brandon, I'm playing FS19 also. What do you know? Man, these guys that start with $500,000, what are they thinking? Trying to build a farm with that much money. Yeah, from what I've seen, I'm not too keen on even the mobile FS20. Hey Tristan, we are doing well, very well. Welcome back. I think you ask me this just about every week, Brandon, and yes, I am very aware of the squad. But right now you're watching Harvest World, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's why I was saying, Sharko. These guys who start with $500,000 and think they're going to build a farm, what are they thinking? You know, there are people who still swear that FS17 is the better game and they still play it religiously, so take that for what you will, but I don't even know what RCC means. All right, thank you, Matt. That is very cool, Ye Gamer. I love hearing stories like that. Those guys that either came over from another country or were here when the country got started and put all of their savings into the family farm, and those farms have stayed in the family the whole time. That is some impressive stuff right there. And surprisingly, everybody kind of complains about corporate farming and big farms and all of that, but most farms are still privately run, family farms. Believe it or not. Oh, that's absolutely true, Mr. Patch. No, the reason the reason I was making the 500K comment was because that's what we've had our competitors start with on the farming face-off. Sharko knows what I'm talking about. And so I was being a little bit smart alecky. Those guys have done a lot though with their 500 grand. Let me tell you. And running this the first season, and just seeing how things work. We are definitely catching some of the flaws in our planning, and we'll be ironing that stuff out once that first season wraps up. Season 2 is going to be much different, I think. Not much different, but will definitely be different. And oh yeah, I've seen Millennial Farmer. I actually watched the Millennial Farmer episode where he was thanking all the YouTubers and the map makers for making his farm into a map, and then somebody dropped the ball. Well, Sharko started off strong with a very strategic plan for his equipment and everything. And he's still doing well. It's a tight race yet. I probably am driving on the wrong side. There's a lot to be said for that, Kevin. I'll tell you, as much work as it's been, and as I've said, I've cleared over 3,000 trees on Wilhelmina Forest. I think building up that farm has been one of the most satisfying things I've done in Farm Sim. I think the farm on Off the Grid turned out very, very well. Oh, what two guys is that, Kevin? Oh, the guys that are playing Farming Face Off right now? Caveman and Sharko? If that's who you're talking about, I can't agree more. They are awesome. Now, what would be really handy here is if I could take this equipment and go harvest my new field with it. But somebody... yeah, Sharko. Nobody can spend money like Sharko, let me tell you. It has to be pretty restrictive for you, Sharko, after playing on the dedicated server to be cut back to $500,000. Well, I started with Straw Swath Tristan, and I'll tell you, I decided it wasn't worth my time or money because straw isn't worth crap. And frankly, with these two little bitty trailers, I would have been running about 75 bloody loads of straw back and forth. And forcing you all to sit through this big wheat harvest, I actually feel kind of bad about already. Yeah, can you guys imagine if I had to pick up all the straw left over from this? We would be here until Easter. You want grass mowing? You come and check out my field on on Pineapple Bay. I've never mowed so much grass in my whole life, but it keeps the digestate flowing, and that's what I'm using to fertilize my crops. Since I can't buy fertilizer on that island. Weed again. There's no again. We haven't finished this bloody wheat harvest. This was a massive field, much bigger than I anticipated. You know, when I looked at the price, I didn't even think to look at how big the field was. I didn't look at the acreage. I guess if we look at the yeah, 47 acres. If I saw that, I probably wouldn't have taken the contract. Oh well. Digestate is good fertilizer, but man, you got to make a ton of it. If you're only gonna use digestate, you better be making it by the truckload. I found a way around that, however, because I'm breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. Don't you dare smash into me. He almost did. But bump, Tristan. That was bad even by my standards, and I tell the dad jokes around here. Well, Joe, on Pineapple Bay, or Pirates Bay Farm, depending on what your view on that is, um, I'm harvesting 375,000 liters of grass almost every day. It's like 2 days back to back, and then you skip a day, and then you have a day, and then skip another day, and it. Oh, I have never mowed so much grass in my whole life. Thank God for course play. And even with course play, it's a long, tedious process. Now, I am by no stretch of the imagination an expert course play user, so all of that grass and digestate has forced me to learn more about course play, which has been really good. I learned how to get a helper to run my slurry spreader and then run right back to the biogas plant to refill. Oh yeah. I don't need to do it as often now though, because I've got Global Company working for me. Seven acres. 7 acres of grass. That's my light work. And Mr. Patch, I have several ideas about things that I could do if people find out that I'm making fertilizer on the island. I still will argue, though, that I am using digestate to make fertilizer, and it is an all natural fertilizer. It's just in concentrated form. It's concentrated digestate. If digestate's legal, then my fertilizer should be legal also. But you know how governments are, they never see it the same way, do they? Well, that tells us a whole lot about you, Matt. I bet they were constantly telling you to go play in the traffic also. You know the stuff our parents did growing up. It depends on your map, Brandon. Most of the time most people anyway, turn it into silage before they try to sell it. You might be able to sell straight grass at the biogas plant if you're lucky. And if you're turning it into bales, you could probably sell it at the barn. But that's the only place I know. The only two components that go into the plant, Mr. Patch, are digestate and a very slight amount of diesel. Now, I initially assumed that the diesel was just to keep the plant operating, that it was running the machinery or something. But Sharko tells me that some type of petroleum product does in fact go into fertilizer production. How close is this contract? 89%. Oh, well, there you go, Matt. Good for you. You feel good from your head to your tomatoes? Voice doesn't always work quite right, does it? From now on, anytime I see you, Tristan, I'm going to ask how your tomatoes are doing. Hey, Tristan, how them tomatoes holding up? Are those greenhouse tomatoes? Yes, I knew you meant to your toes. And I also know that you were speaking into your phone to rather than type out the message, so that's why it struck me as particularly funny. I'm still going to ask you about your tomatoes now, though. Sorry, you're stuck with it now. Holy shnikes, we might actually get this first contract done just in time to wrap up. You know, one of these days, instead of big farms and big equipment, maybe I should do casual farming, old school farming type stream. Hey, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It looks really, really good. You know, nothing over 150 horsepower, that kind of thing. Although I do an awful lot of that in my Let's Play series, so. Farmstead economy. That could be interesting. I'll tell you, there's no shortage of good maps for small equipment. If you like running small, old school equipment, there are plenty of maps out there. In fact, I'm really, really glad that the way I started Chillington Valley, because frankly, that map is really good for small equipment too. I still say you need to get over it, Matt. The rules are set. I'll tell you what, I have been genuinely impressed by the Ursus on Off the Grid. You know, I talk stuff up on Off the Grid because that's part of the story, but honestly, that little Ursus tractor has been a serious workhorse. All right, Ye Gamer, you take it easy, man. We're about to wrap up here anyway. Frankly, I'm beat. It's been a long day. Yeah, that's actually becoming a problem, Joe. Man, especially in the last 2 or 3 months. Maps are just dropping like crazy, and they all look fantastic. Most of them do, anyway. Hey, Shaming Man, how you doing? I'm afraid you're going to catch the end of it, bud, because I'm just about to wrap up. I do not have a farm yet. Everybody decided I needed to start from scratch, and I figured the best way to do that was to jump out and hit a big contract, but unfortunately it's been taking all my bloody time. I did, however, buy one field, but I've got no equipment yet. I'm trying to get this weed in so that I've got the money, and then I will start thinking about what to do about that field. See if I can remember which side of the road to drive on now. That's trippy. Okay, I'll stop that. I'm starting to get dizzy myself. On the wrong side of the road again. Oh, Ye Gamer who wasn't here to catch me on it either. Telling you, I've been playing too much Shellington Valley. I can't keep the sides of the road straight anymore. Those UK guys driving on the wrong side of the road, forcing me to do the same thing. That only works until another car comes. Although the traffic on this map hasn't been very heavy yet, so that's been a good thing. This should come real close to wrapping up this contract. Yeah, I'll bet Shaming Man. We all do it. There it is. There's contract complete. Now the rest is ours. Oh, now this is interesting. See, these trains cross each other's path. No, I guess they don't, actually. I thought if the trains actually had to cross each other, it would be kind of cool if they, if there was some kind of train pile up. All right, Brandon, take it easy, man. You have a good weekend, bud, because I am going to be wrapping up here very shortly. It has been a long, long day. I did want to get a start on this map, though. This map is too good to pass up. Oh, can I make it? Yes. Whew. And where's going to be my best price on wheat now? KFC just down the road. Outstanding. That's because you've had too many pints. Oh, wait. Nope. Sorry. Not you. My bad. That was not a slight on you, Shaming Man, honestly. You've actually been doing amazingly well, and we are all very happy and supportive of you. I just forgot for a second. All right, Sharko, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate everything you did today. Good job on the farming face-off. And always appreciate your help, man. If I wasn't so close to finishing this contract, I would have called it by now, but I'm at least going to get this I'm going to say I completed something this evening, although we did have a nice little map tour at the beginning. Um, it really depends on what you're doing in the shower. Sometimes I face the water and sometimes I turn away. And if people are genuinely debating this, then they've got far too much time on their hands and need to go out and purchase a life somewhere. Far, far too much time on their hands. That looks like the time is going to be right. Hey, welcome back, William. You're still up, man? And you guys, you UK guys keep late hours. Oh, I noticed, Hunter. Trust me. The keeper of the rules, apparently. The self-proclaimed keeper of the chat rules. I don't care, Matt. It's still a stupid debate. And people need to find something to do more productive with their time than debate stupid topics. Although I will say, a toilet paper roll must be placed in such a way that the paper comes over the top and in the front. It should not be placed so that the paper falls down the back. That is a non-negotiable term. Man, that was a big field to only have 15,000 liters left over. I really expected a lot. Kaz has tightened up his contracts, apparently. Because usually you get a lot more than 15,000 liters out of them. And believe it or not, it was the shower topic. I know people debate these silly things. The shower topic, or the toilet paper topics, actually becomes pretty heated. Like, people get real serious about that. And no, the toilet paper needs to come over the front so that gravity helps you tear it. I could pull on it on my own. I don't need gravity for that. I need something to stop the roll so I can tear it off. If it runs down the back, then the roll just wants to spin as you pull on it to try to tear it. Well, ladies and germs, last of the week coming off. This one's all mine. This is the best price I can get. Assuming the KFC will actually take it. And I'm beginning to question that, because it said the best price was at the KFC right there. Oh, this tip-in won't let me tip while I'm connected. That's what it is. Yeah, I know. I made a little bit. Not very much. Just a little bit. So there's an extra. I think I total made about an extra 13 grand off of that. And collecting is another 31. It was a good contract. 26 actually after I account for the borrowing equipment. So anyway, I bought a field, still have almost $450,000 left. We are on Island Life by Kaz64. It's been a very long day, and I very much appreciate each and every one of you dropping in and supporting the stream. Doesn't feel like we accomplished much, but we did. It's been a blast. Everyone have a great weekend. Go spend some time with your girlfriends if you have one. If not, go find one. Except for me, I don't want one. Anyway, whatever you choose to do, enjoy it. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. Until next time, take care.